Hi everyone, and welcome to this webinar on understanding the mountain bike customer. My name is Justine Sinclair. This webinar is part of the webinar series Sparrowly Group delivers under its Build Better Business program. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we all work today and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people participating in this session. I would like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. We welcome you to revisit this recording yourself and share it with your colleagues. We don't have long, so let's get started. In this session, we will cover what is mountain bike tourism, who is the destination mountain biker, what makes a successful destination. I've also included as part of this webinar 2 case studies to illustrate the opportunities for innovation or adaptation of existing products that this market provides. So what is mountain bike tourism? It's travel for the purpose of participating in mountain biking. The important detail here is that these are visitors whose destination choice is motivated by the mountain bike offering. It's a growing market globally, with estimates of the potential Australian market ranging from 340,000 to 840,000 riders. The ratio of intrastate, interstate and international visitors are not well understood, though even the higher profile Australian destinations are sustained by intra and interstate visitors. International visitation is not significant at this stage. There are a range of successful global destinations that have preceded development of trail destinations in Australia. Whistler in British Columbia is perhaps the best known and reports exceptionally high visitation from outside the region, but there are other great examples in New Zealand, Rotorua and Queenstown, the European Alps, the UK and the US. These are more established destinations offer an opportunity to learn from other successful products, and the more mature mountain bike cultures offer insights into market directions and trends that we may experience here. There is an increasing number of Australian mountain bike destinations, with many more in development and planned. This national destination market is increasingly competitive, but gaps and good opportunities still exist. Success in this increasingly competitive market will require more strategic development of trails and the products and experiences that are based upon them. Trends that we're seeing in the mountain bike industry and destination market include less event travel and more destination travel, more female participation, more lift-accessed or shuttle trail riding, a rapid rise in the popularity of e-bikes, the development of pump tracks, which is a track ideally with an asphalt surface where riders use the features in the trail, like corners and rolling jumps, to create speed rather than pedalling, which serve as a valuable community asset as well as increasing the appeal of destinations to family, and fortunately, less and less lycra. The destination mountain biker or mountain bike tourist are those who are travelling for the primary purpose of mountain biking. These characteristics refer to the destination mountain biker and as such new visitors to a region, and are distinct from those visitors for whom mountain biking is a complementary activity, which I'll touch on shortly. Mountain bikers are not a homogeneous group. Mountain biking is made up of a distinct though overlapping disciplines and demographics, each with their own trail infrastructure needs and offering different business opportunities. Mountain bikers are typically affluent and a high-yield visitor. Most are tertiary educated. They own one or more bikes worth more than $4,000 each, with bikes worth upward of $10,000 now common. And they are about 75% male, but we are seeing a rise in females. And what are destination mountain bikers' travel behaviours? They take interstate mountain bike holidays 1 to 3 times per year, spending on average $1,700 per trip, with most of that expenditure being for accommodation, food and beverage. How long they stay will be in part dependent on the trail volume, but generally 2 to 5 days. They usually travel with their own bike, and they typically travel in groups of 2 to 8. They will use the internet to research and book destinations and experiences, booking most products online. They will look to mountain bike publications for trail information and reviews. It is common for them to book accommodation 6 to 12 months in advance, Annual group trips are common. Larger group bookings, more substantial or complex shuttle, tour or transfer products will book further ahead. And most riders are seeking trail or all mountain riding with technical challenges appropriate to their ability. Demand is increasing for shuttle, lift accessed or e-bike assisted trail riding and point-to-point wilderness-style trails. What are destination mountain bikers' needs? They want to explore novel, natural and cultural environments through engaging trail experiences. There are excellent trails around Australia and the world, but there aren't trails with your community's unique combination of natural and cultural attributes. They want convenience and accessibility. The International Mountain Bike Association described what mountain bikers want from trail experiences back in 2007. And while the technology and trails have changed a lot since then, I think it's a really good basis for understanding what motivates mountain bikers. Mountain bikers want experiences that provide connection with nature, escape, fun and flow, challenge, exercise, variety, connections, camaraderie, convenience. What about non-mountain bikers? While the information I've presented so far describes the destination mountain biker, there is always an opportunity to provide experiences for non-mountain bikers, particularly where there is an established tourism industry and a significant flows of visitors to the region. Providing mountain bike experiences tailored for these visitors will further disperse economic benefit and add to the length of stay for existing visitors. The two markets, destination and complementary, are best served by different trail infrastructure and products, though there is some overlap. This complementary visitor will require less physically and technically demanding trails and more supported experiences, which provide opportunities for shuttle operators, guiding and skills instruction, often paired with other activities. Wanaka Bike Tours in New Zealand is a good example of a business targeting the complementary market. So the big question, what makes a successful mountain bike destination? Trails. Trails are ultimately the product or experience that visitors are travelling to enjoy. So what makes a good trail? The quality of a trail experience is the sum of the trail dynamic and the trail setting. The trail dynamic is what it's like to move along the trail. You'll hear riders using the term flow, and the trail setting is the environment that the trail is in. Great trails provide an engaging trail dynamic and strong environmental experiences. Successful destinations are based on great trail experiences. Mountain bike businesses are required to access the trails or enhance the trail experience. These can include shuttle providers. Shuttling is where riders are transported usually to the top of a descending trail or to or from a point-to-point wilderness trail. Bike and rental shops, tours, guiding and skill instructions all add to or enable the destination experience for certain riders. Hospitality and service businesses and then complementary activities. Ideally, these are reflective of where they are and that adds value to the destination experience. Effective marketing. Whilst word of mouth is powerful for visitation, all successful destinations have strategic marketing approaches. Community support, engagement and benefit is key. Visiting riders want to feel welcomed by and experience the host community. Trails need to provide economic opportunities and also serve as a recreational asset. In places where there isn't a large riding community, this will help increase local participation, contribute to a mountain bike culture, and even attract new residents. Now I'd like to go into more detail describing a few of the business sectors required to establish a successful destination and share some innovative approaches. So what kind of accommodation will riders want, and what do they need from where they choose to stay? As riders aren't uniformed in all their preferences, nor are their accommodation needs. Visitors in most destinations will be distributed through the full range of options, from campground to boutique. For some visitors, accommodation will simply be a place to stay. For others, their accommodation is a significant part of their destination experience. Much of the accommodation in Australian destinations is self-contained former residential dwellings booked through Airbnb. In alpine or existing tourist areas where accommodation capacity already exists, resorts and hotels are also common. Whatever the style, proximity to trails is critical. Ride-in, ride-out options will be preferred, with all other factors being equal. So what does your accommodation need to meet the needs of the visiting riders? Secure bike storage with e-bike charging opportunities. Laundry, a bike wash and workshop space with some basic facilities including a work stand, pump or compressor and basic tools. And staff that are able to provide information about trails, the best way to use them and other activities. Food and beverage. Just like accommodation, food preferences of visiting riders are diverse. Generally though, riders want to experience your local produce and endemic foods while meeting their nutritional needs. Burgers and pizza are common, but where they're available there is a demand for higher end options. Brewery experiences are almost universal in successful mountain bike destinations. The Bright Brewery is an excellent Australian example. Good coffee is critical, with the availability and timing of breakfast options integrated with the offerings of shuttle, tour and transfer operators. Quick and light lunch meals between morning and afternoon riding sessions will be the preference of most riders. Provide vegan, vegetarian options as well as catering for food allergens, intolerance and aversions. Transport. Visitor transport services that are required to build a destination include airports, rental vehicles, transfer operators and shuttle providers. The destination experience can begin at the point of entry, and for many this will be the airport. Work with your local airport and rental vehicle companies to make them bike friendly. Transfer operators move riders between networks within a regional destination and from airports to destinations, while shuttle providers transport riders from the trailhead to the start of descending trails or to and from wilderness or point-to-point trails. Shuttle-assisted trail riding is a key growth area as it allows riders to experience more fun for less effort. Bike shops and rental. Universally, bike shops are seen as a source of authentic trail information, and even when destination visitor information services exist, riders will seek out bike shops. A visit to a different bike shop is an experience in itself for many riders. Bike shops are necessary to ensure experience of visitors in the inevitable event of mechanical issues. While most riders will travel with their own, some will require rental bikes, including those wanting to try mountain biking as a complementary experience. E-bikes are increasing in popularity in different market segments due to their ability to make riding more accessible or to change the ratio of descending to climbing time even for fit and experienced riders. E-bike hire is popular and increasing in many destinations. The sale of destination merchandise is popular, with business offering their own branded merchandise, as well as producing merchandise with trail names, for example. Complementary activities. Even the most enthusiastic rider won't ride all day, and their destination experiences can be enhanced by other activities. These are often existing tourism products reflective of the natural or cultural environment. Increasing female participation and an increase in health awareness is reflected in the rise of retreat, self-care type products including massage, sauna and yoga. Generally, complementary activities increase the appeal of your destination, expand your potential market to groups with non-riders and can increase duration of stay. So to the first of our case studies. Blue Derby Pods Ride offer all-inclusive package tour experiences based on their purpose-built luxury off-grid minimal impact accommodation within the Blue Derby Trail network. They offer 3 and 4 day packages ranging from $1,850 to $2,850. They describe their typical visitor as 45 plus years old and often host couples with one rider and one non-rider, which is testament to the strength of the non-riding experience they provide. Their visitation is 5% Tasmanian, 90% interstate, 5% international, and is strongly seasonal. They provide guests with chef-prepared, high-quality local produce. The owners have extensive experience in luxury bushwalking tour operation and applied and adapted this approach to the mountain bike market. They advertise through mountain bike and mainstream channels, and their excellent alignment with Tasmanian brand has led to them featuring in regional and state tourism organisation campaigns. The second example today is the floating sauna Lake Derby, which is actually a floating sauna on a flooded mine pit. It makes the strong aesthetic experience it now provides even more interesting given its history. The sauna itself is architect designed and attracts a lot of attention in that community, which accounts for some of the non-mountain bike visitation it receives. It's the most inventive success story of Derby, with other business operators reporting an increase in non-mountain bikers who are coming for the sauna and hiring bikes and mountain biking while they're there. It's accessible only by foot or by bike and is within the trail network and has an integrated bike storage area. Marketing. First is to understand your product, identify and understand your customer, type of rider, demographics, and where they get their information from. Different market segments will be reached most effectively through different channels, from targeted social media campaigns to advertising in print. Establish relationships with regional tourism organisations to ensure your product is included in their campaigns and familiars. This will require alignment of your product with the brand of the region, state or country. Obviously, be honest, authentic and credible. Again, understand your product and communicate its value sincerely to your audience. And then there are events. In areas with significant existing hospitality capacity, they can provide significant and direct economic returns. For smaller communities, the right event is a very effective marketing tool. To recap what we've covered, successful destinations rely on not only great trails, but great experiences, product and communities around them. The destination mountain biker is a new and evolving visitor market, though it does have understood needs and behaviours. The demands of the destination mountain bike market can be met by adaptation of existing businesses and development of new products and experiences. Understand your product and the market segments that are your audience and how to effectively communicate with them. Develop relationships with tourism organisations and government agencies to maximise your marketing reach. Resources to help include the slides and recording from this presentation. Please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions. We're here to help. Thanks for joining me.